You know, this thing here is going to be difficult for me because I don't know how to stop this thing from going in and out.
All right. We live. Look, peace and black power, everybody. I want to welcome you to another NCRBGZ Productions. Today we have a couple people that's on the show. We have a couple people that's going to talk about Karat Bar. We have somebody from the House of Consciousness in Norfolk, Virginia. We should be having brother please God, Neb up. Aman Ra, he should be coming on the show soon. And Cam just got in the building, so we're about to get this thing started. But today basically what we're trying to do, we're trying to promote black businesses. We're trying to let the family know of black businesses and also, you know, things that's going on in locally, but at a grassroots level. And we're trying to do major things. So I thank y'all for watching. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, I'm going to pass the mic to Miss Ramona and Mr. Eric. Y'all can introduce yourselves. Then we're going to let the brother from the House of Conscience introduce himself. Then y'all can go into Bitcoin. I mean, Karat Bar.
Peace and Black Power family. My name is Sister Ramona Muhammad. I am originally from Newark, New Jersey. Now I reside in North Carolina. The business opportunity that I'm going to present to you today is not a black business per se, but it is an opportunity that thousands of black people are getting into and have found a way to build wealth where that is impacting the black community. This is an opportunity that is all over the world in 50 plus countries, and it is taking off not just in America, but in Africa as well. They just recently had a big event in South Africa. I'm not going to go too deep because we're just introducing ourselves. But I also have my own virtual call center where I own my own call center business where I hire people to work for Fortune 500 companies. But my main reason for being on the call this evening is to introduce the community to Karat Bars, which is basically a company that allows you to save in gold 1 gram at a time or as much as you can afford. And it has recently gotten into gold-backed cryptocurrency. I see that we have another brother Eric, who is also in Karat Bar. So Brother Eric, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
This last how this thing here gonna work, but I'm gonna try to see how long I can stay in without it going out. My name is Eric, and I've been a part of Karat Bars for at least 4, maybe 5 years now, and I just build wealth every month. You know, I get at least 1 gram of gold, and you can purchase how much gold you want. And we have the digital currency. You can get much digital currency as you want, you know. Sometimes you got to, you know, how can I say, yeah, from sacrificing, you can build some wealth for you and your whole family to come in generations from futures to come. And I pass the mic back on to the young lady or whoever else that's in here that's a part of the company.
Peace, everybody. Hope y'all doing fine. House of Consciousness, Sister Ramona, Trueborn, Allah. How y'all doing? Hotel, Rabbi, Assalamu alaikum. What's up? How y'all doing?
Wa alaikum salam. Good to see you. Good to see you, beloved.
You too.
Thanks
You
for
too.
the invite.
Yes. Thank you for coming, showing up.
Oh, my word is my bond, beloved. If I could make it, I was going to be here.
Definitely, definitely. You're right. I'm glad we're here. We got some more people coming in. Some people said they couldn't make it because of different reasons, but some more people's coming in. And our goal is to stay on code, not to debate, and talk about business, what works, what's not working, and we all should jot down numbers and share contacts. You hear it?
Okay, who is it? The brother from the House of Consciousness. Hey, brother, you gonna introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. My name is Brother Lagas. I'm one of the co-owners here at the House of Consciousness. My partner and my queen is Andrea. And we are actually, it's a two-part business, the House of Consciousness, and it's also Jaconi Cafe. So it's a restaurant, a vegan restaurant as well. We're in Norfolk, Virginia. And yeah, we sell, as far as how our business works, we have anywhere from Black history type books, Black power to herbs, to stones, to potions, as well as a good vegan food.
All right, that's peace. That's peace. All right, well, I'm gonna pass it back over to Ramona and Eric and let y'all do y'all thing.
Yes, sir. So basically what I'm going to do, because the video that I was going to play is basically what's called the Karat Bar's overview, and it gives an explanation of what Karat Bars is. Now, of course, it goes deeper than just the overview, because Karat Bars is growing exponentially into different avenues, and this has the potential, like the brother said, he said sacrifice. I don't look at it as a sacrifice to establish wealth for my family and for my future generations, because we got a late start in being able to build wealth. You know, coming through the viciousness and oppressive nature of shadow slavery, working for 400 plus years for free, for where our people were not able to hold on to any wealth. And then when we were able to try to establish ourselves through Black Wall Street and Tulsa and all of that, and having it, you know, stolen from us and our people killed, we're at a time now in history where we have two things that we should be focusing on, really probably more than two. But when it comes to our financial future, we should be focusing on establishing our financial foundation and protecting ourselves. And the best way that you can protect yourself in this capitalist society is to establish your wealth. We have to get out of the mindset that wealth is bad, you know, that the money is the root of all evil. No, poverty is the root of all evil, because things have been done to us and we have not been able to defend ourselves because we have a poverty mindset and we have a poverty position financially. So I'm going to go ahead and read the Karat Bar's overview. I only have 20 minutes before I have to go, so I'll read the overview. And Brother Lagas, if you're interested, you can contact either myself or Brother Eric. I'm a team player. There's money out here for everybody. So I'm just going to read the overview, and if I can, I'm going to stay for the conversation as well. But I have a 10 o'clock interval that I have to meet with one of my clients. So if I can't stay, I'll let you know, and I might be able to come back. So let me go ahead and read this. Karat Bars International, an e-commerce company, has made available a simple wealth building system for everyone on the planet who is 18 years of age and over, with 4 optional ways to participate. Option 1 is to save in gold. We all start here. We complete the free registration for our gold savings accounts and start acquiring Karat Bars gold in small increments. Karat Bars International has made it easy by making available a feature called Auto Exchange. You set your account to automatically exchange your paper currency for Karat Bars gold weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. You simply set it, forget it, and then go back and increase it. Activating this feature allows you to automatically pay yourself first with physical gold. There are no fees of any kind. The account is completely free and takes less than 5 minutes to register. Every time you acquire Karat Bars gold, you are building your family's wealth. Option 2 is to save and earn. As an independent affiliate, when you save gold for yourself and share with others how to do the same, you position yourself to be compensated monthly through our unilevel system compensation plan. You are virtually in business for yourself in over 100 plus countries worldwide. Option 3, maximize your earning potential. You may choose one of several business packages which position you to generate cash flow monthly and weekly through our dual system compensation plan. These packages are income producing assets. Option 4, we save Karat Gold Coin and Karat Coin Bank Coin. As independent affiliates, while we are saving gold and maximizing our earning potential, we acquire Karat Gold Coin, KBC, and Karat Coin Bank Coin, KCB. These cryptocurrency coins are an additional stream of income that will build massive wealth. A Karat Bar savings account gives you protection against future financial crisis and rapid inflation. It protects your hard-earned paper currency with physical gold. Karat Bars International has the only system in the world where you can get free gold and free cryptocurrency. And I'll go into that, or Brother Eric can go into that deeper. So there are 3 major benefits of Karat Bars savings account. You can now start saving physical gold in small increments. And if my camera was working, I'd be able to show you one of my little Karat Bars cards. Karat Bars International puts you in position to build a global business from the comfort of your home. And there are significant tax advantages to owning a home-based business. Our mission through Wealth Builders Worldwide is to provide individuals worldwide with the tools required to enhance their lives, achieve their dreams, and build massive wealth. So just to go a little deeper into that, yeah, there you go. The brother's holding up the card. That's a 1 gram, I believe, brother. That's 1 gram. Is that the 1 gram? So
Yes, it is. It's a 1
basically
gram
what you
card.
do, if he's anything like me, I buy a gram of gold every 2 weeks. My son does the same. I have all of my children that are 18 and over. They're all in Karat Bars. All of my nieces, nephews, and I'm getting my grandchildren's mothers into it, because the more you save, the stronger your foundation. So if you have been paying attention to the global markets, everybody, every country, every week, almost every day, another country is announcing that they're moving away from the dollar. They're moving away from the euro. They're getting into cryptocurrency, or they're going to start backing their money with gold. So gold is the future. Um, I am a member of the Nation of Islam, and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us that gold would be the future medium of exchange. Well, we have walked into that future. And those of us who really want to secure our financial futures, taking some of your dying dollar and moving it into either gold or cryptocurrency, and in my opinion, you should do both, is the best way to secure yourself financially for the future. Brother Eric, if you haven't figured out by now, I can go. So if you want to chime in, you are more than welcome, beloved. Well, while brother is establishing his connection, one thing that myself and brother Cam, how we met through, I want to say Facebook and through the mosque, right, brother Cam? And one thing that we understand is that regardless of label or language or what you claim, whether you claim to be RBG, a Muslim, Christian, now we got new labels that we're giving ourselves, ADOS or FBA, whatever you want to claim. Our open enemy doesn't care about any of that. They're sitting back laughing at us while we're still trying to name ourselves, and we're still not getting our money up. We still not establishing our businesses. We still not supporting our businesses. We don't have each other's back. And like the brother at, a House of Consciousness, when I don't think it was called it might have been a different store, but I know it was another black bookstore on 35th Street, because the mosque used to be right down the street or around the corner from the bookstore. But we have to understand that
remember that from George.
We have to understand that our goal as a community, we have to stop worrying about our labels and get on code and start protecting each other and not allowing anyone to come in, whether it's an agent or an adversary, and divide us. So our goal should be financial stability, undoing the legacy of the poverty mindset, and moving our people ever so swiftly into buying gold and getting into cryptocurrency. Billionaires are being made in China and in other countries. We still taking pictures with stacks of dead dollars next to our head, and that shows you where our mindset is. The dollar is dying, and so is the black community, because we still holding on to an old concept while everyone else has moved into the future.
Sorry.
Talk.
Yeah, Eric. Oh, is he frozen?
Tell him chime in by ADOS.
Well, hold on. No, I'm just gonna let them talk about their business before we chime in on that.
You should know that, but you might get off anyway.
Yes, you know. Go ahead, Eric.
Okay. This thing, with Karat bars and digital currency, they
Yeah, I think my brother connection ain't all that good. But what I will say, to support what Ramona is saying is that, in the year 2016 or 2007, no, actually it was 2016, China surpassed United States in oil consumption. Now, what people don't understand about China surpassing the United States in oil consumption is that majority of all the oil that is brought through what is it called? Petrodollar, the petrodollar. That's the U.S. currency. And that's how they sanction a lot of other countries, and especially in the Middle East, is they don't allow them to sell their oil or buy oil because the petrodollar is being used. Where as of 2016, China is pressuring these countries to sell their oil in their currency, in the Chinese currency, the yuan. So what we need to understand about this, how the ramifications of this is very serious, is that once these Middle Eastern countries start selling their oil in the yuan and the Chinese currency, these countries can then go around the sanctions that the United States is placing on them. And what that's going to do is it's going to cause inflation in the United States. So I don't want to talk like a doomsday theorist or conspiracy theorist, but if you read into this and if you study the currency and what's going on, you can understand that something is going to happen. What's happening in Venezuela can easily happen to the United States real fast, and that's why things is happening. Russia and China are already combining. Russia has a bank now that's actually in China and it's going off the gold standard. Now, everybody know Gaddafi was trying to do that in Libya. He was trying to get the African countries to come together and get an African centralized bank. And what happened to Gaddafi? So getting other type of currencies besides this fiat currency is very important because, like she says, the dollar, if we understand currency, we know that the dollar ain't backed by nothing right now. It's just these treasury notes. And I ain't trying to hijack what y'all talking about. So I'm gonna let Mr. Logos,
H2C.
the House of Conscience, I'm gonna let you get in, bro, if you want to.
What is it that you want me to say?
Man, whatever you feel like talking about. You want to talk? You want to promote the House of Consciousness? What y'all got going on? I think Eric done. He might have got out. You want to promote what y'all have going on? Because I did go. I used to go there to the House of Consciousness, and I know y'all used to have events. I think y'all still do. So you know, the world need to know what y'all got going on in Norfolk, man.
Yeah, see, we have like a bunch of. I'm not at the HOC right now. I'm actually headed home, but so as far as we just had an event about a week ago with brother Crumb Snatcher. Was pretty he actually he's like one of the new up and coming like conscious speakers right now. He gets out of he was in David Knight Atlanta right now, I believe, Georgia. But we got a lot of things going on. We have like cooking classes done by a local baker. We have the Moore Science Temple. They come and speak every Sunday at about like 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. And then we have a women's group that comes together every like month or so. I know it's held by a local author, black woman by the name of Dace. And her meeting with black women at next week on at least December 15th. But that'll be our next one. It'll be on Sundays. We also got our African dance classes going on. That's put on by a local elder by the name of Mama Makita. And that starts at like 5:30 every Sunday. And then we have our Mama Makita is also doing a Kwanzaa event. That's going to be for every day of Kwanzaa. It's going to be on each day of Kwanzaa. Now we're going to be doing that as well in December. And we got tickets and stuff like that at the shop. People can call in if they want more information at 757-314-1943. And that's our direct number at the House of Consciousness. They can also follow us on Instagram at HOC Bookstore VA. They can also find us on Facebook at House of Consciousness. We're always posting up our next events, whatever we got going on, any speakers, any book signings, any other type of events, any specials, things like that. Oh, and also, I won't forget, they can also find our merchandise and things that we sell in the store. They can go to our website at hocbookstore.com.
Yeah, you want to ask them a question?
Can you see us?
Yeah, they can see us. They can
Yeah,
hear us.
much better.
Go ahead.
Hey, Sister Ramona.
Yes, sir.
You'll be a great guest speaker for the House of Conscience. Y'all need it? Link up. Link up. I'm serious, no.
Yeah, we always looking for new speakers.
Oh yeah. I'm serious. Greenville, North ain't too bad.
On all topics, we've had a financial. We have people come in and talk about financial wealth and speak about getting certain insurances, life insurance, investing in mutual funds, and things of that nature as well.
Well, I'll definitely take your contact information and be in touch. I was on mute the whole time. I was trying to say just to echo what brother was saying about Russia and China. Just recently, Russia, and I believe it was Russia and Ghana or Russia and Nigeria, but there was like a Russian conference. It was like some type of a financial conference that they just had. And if you notice, if you keep an eye on, because I follow a lot of pages on YouTube that broadcast off of the continent, China just actually took over Ghana's port. Was it Ghana or Kenya? It was either Ghana or Kenya, but it took over their port because they loaned them money and they weren't able to pay them back. And that is the new wave of colonization that's taking place on the continent. Just recently, like today, I saw that there are 10 Chinese police stations in South Africa. Why 10? You know, China is over there. They have restaurants where they don't even let the people in the community can't even go into the restaurants and eat because they don't want the African people in their restaurants. So all this is colonization 2.0. You know, they have slavery over there in the quote unquote so-called Muslim countries. And I say that as a Muslim, that I don't support the slavery that's taking place over in those quote unquote so-called Muslim countries. But it all because we are allowing ourselves to be divided, and instead of building on our unity, what unites us is the blood. What unites us is the melanin. So the way I approach Karat Bars is that it is a vehicle that can help us to speed up our goal towards financial freedom, to where we don't have to ask anyone or depend on anyone for anything. We can become our own bank. We can become our own benefactors. That way, if we decide that we want to put a politician or what have you in office, we have the money. We don't have to just talk about, you know, what you can do for me with an empty hand, because you know politics is all about money. This whole impeachment thing right now, it ain't got nothing to do with what he said or did with the Ukraine. It's all about where the money went. That's all they care about. But in the meantime, black people's issues, our issues, are on the back burner as usual.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Queen. I ain't mean to.
No. I saw the sister come in. I wanted to get the sister the greetings. Peace, Sister Tiffany. My name is Sister Ramona Muhammad. I just wanted to introduce myself.
I'm Mike.
Yeah, brother, you keep muting yourself. You're muted.
Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, I think she her mic ain't muted, or her microphone ain't hooked up right now because we can't see no mic up here. But it's interesting that you brought up Africa and the continent, because I read an article like 2 days ago that Benin has withdrawn. They told France that they're gonna cut their money back from the national reserves. A lot of people don't know that France is like 10 countries in Africa that France make them deposit like 70 or 60% of all their national reserve money in their bank. And what they do is whenever these countries need money, France loans them the money and charge interest on it. So like you got a lot. It's like 10 or 11 countries. I'm actually going to do a show about that and talk about it in depth. But Benin just told France that, listen, we pulling all our money out the National Reserve Bank, out of their bank, because so we're going to figure out, we're going to see what's going to happen down the road. You know, what happens with this and how France is raping these countries in Africa. So that's interesting that you brought that up.
Yes, sir. And if you notice today, our brother Julius Malema. Peace, Sister Tiffany. I think her mic is working, Brother Stewart.
Yeah, peace.
Peace.
But Brother Malema was talking today that the African countries should collapse their borders and become one country. Now, can you imagine if he could accomplish that as a goal? and they can further what our brother Gaddafi was. What his plan was to have a United States of Africa with a gold-backed currency. So that is why, and if anybody recalls the history of right after what happened to brother Gaddafi, all of the gold that Libya had disappeared. It was stolen. Now, who stole it? I don't want to say nothing inflammatory and get your page flagged on YouTube, but we all know that, like Chris Tucker said in the movie, follow the money. The gold in Libya disappeared. You have the most of the gold that Karat Bars, I want to say all of the gold that Karat Bars uses to make the gold that we purchase in 1 gram increments come from gold mines that they have purchased in Africa. You know, but if we weren't so busy fighting over titles and labels, we could have come together and said, hey, let us do, and we can still do it. There's nothing to say that we can't still do this. We can't still come together as a collective and say we're going to invest in a gold mine and have our own gold-backed cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, if you go to Coinbase or any of the cryptocurrency markets, there's thousands of Bitcoin cryptocurrencies out there, but hardly none, I want to say none of them are backed by gold. So when you want to venture off into a field now, the dollar is falling. Venezuela's money is burning in the street. You have countries now, that's why they're going after Iran, because Iran has started its own cryptocurrency and they're saying they're going to back it by gold. They're pulling the military out of, where are they? Where were they just mad at Trump for pulling them out from?
Yeah, they're pulling them out the Middle East. He pulling them out of Syria, you know.
Syria, but why were they there in the first place? They weren't there to protect the Syrian people. They were there to protect the oil fields.
Yeah.
And now they're going back. They're sending a contingency back to protect the oil fields. But in the meantime, in between time, Black people as a collective, we don't own any oil fields. We don't own any oil fields, so that should not be our focus. We should not care about what's going on with Trump. Trump is not our problem, because we had these same problems under Obama. We had these same issues under Clinton. We had these same issues, and you have Black mayors and Black politicians in all of these cities and states around America, and Black people are still being shot down, and we still becoming like a third world country. Right here in America, the Black community is becoming a third world country because we're not focused on our finances. We're focused on, are we ADOS or are we FBA? Am I a new Wabian or am I a
liberty?
Hey, can we get everybody to mute their mic? And what we'll do after Ramona get finished, we're gonna give Master U and Tiffany.
Oh, I'm done, beloved. I've been talking enough.
No. Well, hold on. Let's let everybody else that just got up here. Tiffany and Master U, we're gonna let them introduce themselves and and chime in. Introduce themselves, whatever businesses, whatever y'all do, and just join the conversation.
I just work at a shipyard right now. I'm trying to get into buying some investment property, and I'm just here to see what it's all about. I don't know how to mute.
I'll meet you. We appreciate you for being here. Thanks.
No problem.
So peace, everybody. This Master U. I see brother Eric in there. Firstborn, or is it Trueborn? My fault. Peace to you, brother. See Cam back there. Anyway, again, I'm Master U. I'm a God, nation of gods on earth. And so I came in like a little bit on the tail end, which I was discussing about the whole ADOS, American Descendants of Slavery, and so I don't know the sister's name who was chiming in and talking about on it, but I guess a lot of this is in reference to like the reparations And I know last night, me and brother, am I correct? The whole African descendants of slavery, is that like dealing with the whole reparation issue? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, it's man, look, I don't know, man. First I thought it was, but then you find out that Tone and Yvette, it's a lineage and it's a political ideology. So it's kind of like mixed, man. At
Okay,
first I
that's
thought
peace.
it's mixed. So like it's a lineage because it's for people of lineage, but they also got a political agenda behind it as well. So
You know what?
but they
agree,
are
man.
pushing for reparations. That is part of their agenda.
I'll say this, man. Me and Cam had a conversation with this last night. I'm all for reparations. They cut a check, I'm taking it. Don't get me wrong. So let me say that as a disclaimer. But a reparation, at least when it comes to people like us, when it comes to black people, man, people of color, I just don't think these people are gonna letting all these black people in America be millionaires without there being like some type of. It's gonna be a double-edged sword. You get what? It's gonna be a catch-22. Because if they make all these black people in America millionaires, man, to me it just don't add up. I don't see it happening. You mean to tell me they're gonna let all these white people in America not be millionaires, but gonna make all black people millionaires? No, that's not true. If they do, I think the Rooney Rule in football is gonna be gone. That's gonna be out. It ain't gonna be no such thing as, they gotta have X amount of minorities working at a job. I think all that stuff is gone. So to me, again, I think that's gonna be a catch-22. I think the smart thing for us, if we do get that money, as the sister was saying right then, we just build our own community to where we don't necessarily need anything from them. We got our own money, or some people just move back to Africa and start our own little civilization. And that's not promoting hate towards anyone, anything like that. It's just pretty much we take that money and utilize it to just uplift and build our community, because their community is already set up, but we the ones who don't have one. And anytime we do set one up in terms of America, what happens? It gets tore down. So we can talk about Soul City that was in North Carolina. We can talk about whatever the community that was in Florida. What was the community that was in Ohio, to where they went and they bombed and killed thousands of people. Tulsa, Oklahoma. So anytime we begin to separate ourselves in America, it always ends with us on the negative end of it. So if we get those reparations, I think history is going to repeat itself if we stay in America. So if I got all that money, I'm gone. I'm out. There's no disrespect to nobody here. I got family here. I love y'all, but I'm gone. I'm gonna start a society somewhere else. And I know everybody may not agree with that, but that's pretty much just my mentality.
Beloved, if I may, I understand your concern, but there's no place that we can go that systematic oppression and white supremacy does not exist. You have millionaires and billionaires that are black people that are in Africa that are suffering under the oppression of the French, of the Chinese, of the Russian, and they have money. You can watch their parliamentary, they have their own country, but they're not in power. Why? Because there's no unity. We can have money and trust and believe. It's not if they give us the money. We have to stop taking a position of inferiority and use that what God gave us, which is our melanated black power. They fear us even though we are a minority in this country. Why do they fear us? Because they want to be us. They hate us because they ain't us. So this push for reparations, there is the LGBT community. They are a minority in a minority, but they just got reparations.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see nobody, coming down on them trying to take their reparations. And Sister Tiffany, I see that look on your face. Google it, Queen. LGBTQ reparations. They just got reparations a few months ago. Reparations for what?
They gave them reparations for when they couldn't get married back in the day.
Okay.
Mr.
So
Ramon, I like you. Mr. Ramon, I like you. You're going to be up here more often. You're going to have some good conversations.
So understand, us getting reparations does not have a question mark at the end of that sentence. That is an exclamation mark. That is not if. We have to start speaking about, we have to stop worrying about what they're going to do. Satan is casting out Satan right now. So we can't worry about what they're going to do when, speak truth to power, when we get our reparations. We could worry about what happened. There's millionaires amongst black people right now, but they don't have the right mindset. So what they don't understand is we can't keep worrying about what they're going to do when we get our check. You know, we have to worry about what we're going to do after we get our check, because a fool and his money is going to be soon departed. I had this conversation with my daughter today, and I homeschool my children, so they get this kind of talk every day. We have to start focusing. We have to fight a war on two fronts. We have to get ourselves up mentally prepared to deal with what the onslaught is going to come on our community. And we also have to prepare ourselves to be able to handle our business financially.
Eric, you want to say something, bro? I'm trying to unmute you.
Oh, I was trying to tell you that you need to mute your mic.
Okay, all right. Hold on. We got on DB. Do you want to introduce yourself and jump in the conversation?
Yeah, you can speak. DR. You have the floor, DR.
All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you have a technical. DB, you here? I don't know if they have a technical difficulty.
Yeah, they must be having some technical difficulties because I see they keep muting the mic.
Okay, well, Eric, you want to chime in on the ADOS and the foundational black?
Well, I kind of got my thing kind of straight now, so I guess I can speak now without it going out. But yeah, my basic thing, I'm with this company and it's about money. And the reason why I was saying, you know, for certain people, not all people, there's a lot of people that I spoke to and they say, you know, they have problems. They don't have enough money to do this. They don't have enough money to do that. But you always have enough money to buy all these expensive Jordans, expensive name brand clothes and all this type of stuff. But people don't want to actually put their money into wealth, some type of wealth, which is gold or silver. But I know it's kind of hard for a lot of people to understand, you know what I'm saying, that this gold is money because we was never taught this in school. Certain type of things, you know, they keep from us in school. And that's one of them, you know what I'm saying, that gold was money. Because gold went from, money went from gold to this paper dollar bills that we have that really don't have nothing backing it up. Because at one point in time, the dollar bill was backed up by gold, but now it's not. So by us having this chance to accumulate some type of wealth, I don't know, everybody seems like it's a scam or some type of setup, whatever. But it's actually real. Because the more you save in this gold here, the more you will have, you know what I'm saying, more money, you know what I'm saying, as time go on, and as the stock market grows, you know what I'm saying, with the gold, you actually getting paid every time gold goes up. And I don't know. To me, I understand it very well, and a lot of other people, I don't know, for some reason, I just can't get them to understand that the growth, and you can accomplish making money without even doing anything. I even try to tell a lot of these brothers, I mean, I really don't want to be talking this type of talk on this airway like this, but I even tell them, drug dealers, yo, listen, man, if you put away some money, you could have some in the long term, but nobody want to hold on to gold. And, they just look at gold as being some type of jewelry, some type of thing you just sport around, but it's actually what will help you build wealth. So we're trying to get everybody, you know what I'm saying, to build some type of wealth for their self, and don't always look at it as somebody's taking money from you because you're getting into this company. You gaining wealth for you and your family and your children and whoever else you want to gain wealth with.
Brother Eric, one thing that I do when I talk to the people, because I live in Greenville, North Carolina, which is a college city. So when I talk to the neighborhood, because I don't just talk the neighborhood, I follow the map, which is save a lot of gold, tell a lot of people, buy a lot of cryptocurrency, and make a lot of money. So when I'm talking to the streets, I speak on their level. I tell them, how many packs of cigarettes do you buy or do you smoke in a week? That's how I got my neighbor signed up. He buys at least a pack of cigarettes a day, if not two. I said, okay, let's round it off to 2 packs of cigarettes a day. Cigarettes cost what, $10 a pack now? $7 to $10 a pack. So if you look at 10, he's spending $20 a day. By the end of the week, that's $100. He could take that $100, instead of killing himself with them cancer sticks, he could buy a gram of gold. Gold attracts money. If you are a reader, if you are a studier, if you're a scholar of any discipline, you have to also include in your discipline the study of finances. And if you know who Robert Kiyosaki is, he'll tell you gold is God's money. If you keep gold on you or you keep gold near you, it attracts money. That's why we get into the mindset of the flashy side of it. We saw Coming to America and Mr. T and all these people walking around with this stuff around their neck, because in the continent, when we were free, gold was nothing to us. We played with gold like jacks and dice. But now in the modern understanding, we are the richest people on earth. Gold flows through our veins. It's a part of our body. Our body is the periodic table of elements. There's nothing that's on that periodic table of elements that's not within you. So when you put things in your body, or when you give into a concept that is synthetic, which is fiat money, which is synthetic, which is not real, because synthetic, that's why these people are dying from these vaping. And I've been telling people from when it came out, don't do that stuff. It's going to kill you because it's synthetic. It's killing people quicker than cigarettes. So the same thing with our money. We have to stop being afraid. You know, I don't hold any money. I learned that from Damon Dash, and I've been trying to get in touch with Dame so I could get him down with Karat Bars. But I don't hold any money. When I get my revenue from my business, it goes 2 ways. It goes into me buying gold, and it goes into me paying my bills. And that's it. I don't hold any money. You know, because money right now, if you really think about it, money right now isn't even real anymore. It's just ones and zeros. I can go a whole week without touching real money, because I have a debit card, I have credit cards, and I have my Karat Bars MasterCard. So when do I really touch money? You know, I don't really touch any money. I might have a dime here, a nickel here, laying here, but money no longer really exists. There was an article that they just printed they just printed some money because they were coming up short. It was either Wells Fargo or Wachovia had locked the doors and weren't allowed people to withdraw their funds. Why? Because the money is not in the bank. There's no money in the banks. So now this whole impeachment thing is it's a deflection to keep you from understanding that America's money is really starting to fall. It's starting to crash. And if you don't save in gold, if you don't change out what's left of your dying dollar into a currency, into the currency that is coming back, which is gold. It was 1972, beloved, when Nixon took the dollar off of the gold standard. And that's when the power of America began to fall, because at the time, America was the only country that had gold-backed currency. Nixon took it off of the gold standard for whatever his reasoning was. But if you read, I wish I was prepared, but I wasn't prepared. Next time we talk, beloved, I'll be more prepared with the facts. But there's a book called The Economic, I can't think of the name of the book. My son has the book right now. But our focus in the Black community, whether it's with Karat Bars, and of course, you know, to me, Karat Bars is the easiest way for you to accumulate gold, because you can spend $70. Right now, a gram of gold is like 70 bucks if you round up. It's like $65, $70. We blow $70 in a week without thinking about it. If you think about those who work in corporate America, they get up in the morning, what's the first thing they do? They go to Dunkin' Donuts, or they go to whatever is the local coffee spot. They spend a good $10, $15. They just blew $10, $15 right there. Then they got to put gas in their car. That's another $10. So right there, you done spent $25 and your day hasn't even started yet. You get to work, your break comes, you're going to hit the vending machine. That's another $5, $7 right there. Because sodas in the vending machines cost about $2, $3 to get a soda these days. That's killing you anyway. So then they go to lunch. Most people don't cook. They don't bring their own food. So they run into Popeyes, or they run into, don't even get me started on Popeyes. But by the end of the day, you've spent close to $40. If you really think about it, if you take a sheet and write down how much money you spend in a day on frivolous items, you're going to spend anywhere from $30 to $40 in one day. 40 times 5 is what, 200? If you do that every day, you done blew, and you be asking yourself, where did my money go? And then you like, oh man, I got to pay bills. I got to do this. Yes, please pay your bills. Keep your lights on. Keep a roof over your head. But pay yourself first. You got $70. You know you do. You can buy a gram of gold. And then if you want to get into the cryptocurrency side of it, you can get into the cryptocurrency side of it with $6. You can't tell me you don't have $6. So you can set up a free account. The savings account is free. The training is free. I'm actually, there you go. There you go. See what the brother's holding up right there, Brother Stewart? That is cash gold. That is, that little, hold it closer to the camera, beloved. You see that little gold piece right there? Look up, Brother Stewart. That is real gold. That is a cash gold dollar, and it's worth way more than $1. So he could take that, and brother, the CEM machines, there's actually one within reach of us. There's one in Maryland. The Crypto Steve has the cash exchange machine in Maryland in his store. And I'm planning on going down there with my cash gold to change it in so I could buy some more cryptocurrency. Yes, sir. So I mean, I'll put my link, and Brother Eric, please put your link, because you know there's enough to go around. I'm gonna put a video for you to watch. This is the video that you could pull up that will explain the whole concept of what Karat Bars is. This is my link.
I can't see anything. I can't see nobody. I can't see.
All that, everything that she's putting in will be under the chat. So like all the
Right. If you
links and
click
stuff
down at the bottom of your screen, if you click more, you'll see chat.
on your phone, and then you can see all the stuff she put in the link. Well, look, let me cause y'all I forgot I thought I said this earlier. I don't know if y'all ever heard of ULU. It's called Us Lifting Us. It's a cooperative economic, basically a family-centered economics. It's based out of Atlanta. It's for us, by us, so only Black people can join. It's ULU. I'm gonna just read something real quick to get it out here. ULU is an acronym for Us Lifting Us, Economic Development Cooperative, LLCC. It's a global business organization designed to change the way we do business with and among ourselves and with others. Our primary objective is to put in place successful business models that give us the capacity to gain significant control of the economics of our communities and nations, and to help free us from the current state of economic domination and exploitation by multiple forces in the world. So now I'm gonna just give y'all a quick overview of what it is. ULU is a cooperative economic company where right now we have 600, it's like almost 600 members. And what it is like we are our own bank. So if we come up with any type of idea where we need funds to, let's say to start a business, where ULU will finance that business, meaning we finance the business ourselves, because each ULU member have a, right now our spending base is about $600,000. Because each ULU member, basically you pledge $1,000 to buy a unit. And what we're member owners of ULU. So ULU got a coffee, they had a coffee mart in Atlanta, Georgia. It was called ULU Cafe, where they sold coffee, kind of like the House of Consciousness in Norfolk, where they sell vegan food. You got books, they got jazz, you know what I'm saying? But it was a model that they plan on putting it all over the world. And something that she was talking about when people wake up and they drink coffee. Well, you know, coffee, I think, is the second most traded thing on the stock market. It's coffee, because a lot of people drink coffee. So with ULU, is only Black people can join. That's one thing that's only Black people can join. Like they screen you, and like your units that you get is actually you get interest off your units. So depending on how many units you put into it, that's how much money you make. So you business owners / members. So I wanted to mention ULU because we need more like-minded people to join ULU. ULU is, once we get to 1,000 members, that means we got $1 million spending base, and it's gonna take off. So it's been around for about 3-4 years, and oh yeah, I got a message, but I'm gonna put it in the chat where you can check the link, and you can just look into ULU and see if it's something you're interested in. But I urge everybody to join it, because like it's something that's gonna change and revolutionize as far as how we do business. Because like as the ULU shops get built, only ULU members can work there. So, and like that's a thought process I always had it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I told when Eric was down here, I was actually preaching this. Like, we need to get 5 or 6 of us, let's put our money together and start our own business. And you know, to start making money, you know, it don't take a lot of money to invest, especially in small areas. Like we stay in, like in Hoskin's a small town, so it's not like it don't take no more than $5,000 or $10,000 to get you a little store up and running. So like, you know, but with ULU, it allows us to invest our money, and we finance the ideas ourselves. So it's a great concept. I'm gonna put it in the chat for y'all can look into it and think about it, and you know, go from there. And I agree with the goal. I remember when Eric used to show me the goal a long time ago. Eric, you see, Eric been showing me this goal before they was even thinking about digital currency. So like I've been on it, but I was on that digital currency. I've been on that for a while, since 2010. Before Karat Bars was even thought about, I was in digital currency. So but I do not.
What you waiting for?
Right. So you make sure you get back with Brother
What
Eric
you waiting for?
after this and
Well-
go ahead and get signed up, beloved, because if you're in the digital currency, trust and believe, if you have Bitcoin and you are in it like you say you are, you can take that Bitcoin and purchase the Karat Gold. We have our own our Karat Bit exchange.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying, make sure you get back with Brother Eric.
I'm full aware of it. Trust me, I'm aware of it, and me and him been fussing over this for a long time. So it ain't nothing new to me.
Oh no, I'm just saying we don't fuss, brother. If when you really understand, we don't fuss.
I know.
I drop it on people and I keep it moving.
Yeah,
I don't fuss. Like brother Cam, brother Neb, tell him. We talked.
Yeah.
I thought I had signed him up, and for some reason his information disappeared.
We'll
I
get back
chalked
on
that
that.
to the game.
We'll
I
get back
chalked
on
that to the game, and I said that was a lie. The brother was not ready, but I still every day, don't I, Cam? I invite you to every power call. I invite him to every training because that's what we do. We drop it on you. And we keep it at the same time. I'm buying cash gold. I'm buying cryptocurrency. I'm looking at land. I'm not worried about what other people are not doing. So there's nothing to argue about.
Yeah, tangible things.
Hey, how y'all feel about getting some land, get some herbs, some hemp plants, sell hemp? You know, hemp, make clothes, hemp.
Yeah.
That's a process. That is definitely a process. You know, there are hemp growers. One thing that we have to understand is we don't need to reinvent the wheel. There are people out here that are talking just like we talking right now. I'm in here with you, but I booted up my other computer because we have a training going on right now through Wealth Builders Worldwide. I'm in another room watching and listening to them while I'm over here with you because I find this conversation just as important as the training over here that I'm in as well. But I'm here with you all. What we have to do as a collective, and I'm not promoting one over the other. I have my own personal reasons why I don't rock with Yvette. I don't know Tone personally, but I have my own personal reasons why I don't rock with Yvette.
Right.
But those who support what they're doing, praise be to Allah. It has its merits. There's room for everyone is what we need to understand. There doesn't need to be, the problem is everybody want to be in charge, but nobody wants to be responsible.
Right.
And that's the problem. Everybody wants to be in charge, but nobody wants to be responsible.
Right.
Because when it comes time for that finger to come out and say, well, you were supposed to do, no, you were supposed, then everybody, oh, I'm not in charge. I'm not in charge. Okay. You know, I have my own personal thoughts about the ADOS. I don't particularly subscribe to the label because I'm not a descendant of a slave. I'm a descendant of a victim of slavery. I'm a descendant of a proud people who were unjustly held in bondage. So my people were not slaves. They were victims of slavery. We can't claim that title. It's just like claiming nigger. I'm not a nigger. I don't know no niggers. But I know people who call themselves niggers, and I have to correct them when they say that. Like, no, sir, you're not a nigger. That's somebody else's label that they put on you that we've adopted.
Right.
So when I teach my children African history, I teach it from the continent to continent. Our history didn't start on this continent. So we were brought here. We were in the hulls of ships. So we are not descendants of slaves. We are descendants of a people who were brought into bondage. Now, do I necessarily agree with the foundational Black American title? No, because I don't consider myself an American. And if you go back to the old dictionaries, an American was defined as a descendant of a European. So how can we be Americans? I mean, that's a debate. We could talk about that. I'm not here for that. I can go into that, but I'm not here for that.
My thing is, sister, Yvette and everything, she disrespect the elders too hard. If you don't agree with Claude Anderson, Minister Farrakhan, or anybody, you ain't gotta be calling them all kinds of names. Disrespect them, you know what I mean? Disrespect the people like that.
Exactly,
you know,
beloved.
You ain't gotta agree with everything anybody do. You know,
would she
but dog,
walk
you a
in?
dog,
Would
you
she
not like
walk
that.
in her grandmother's house and talk to her grandmother the way she was speaking so despicably about Sister Frances Cress Welsing? Of course not.
Exactly.
Would she walk in her grandfather's house and speak to him in the despicable way that she talked about Dr. Claude Anderson? I read Powernomics every day. That's a part of my curriculum. You know what I'm saying? So how dare you? This brother has some very valid points. And if you don't have the book Powernomics, you should get it. Contact House of Consciousness. This is how we network. Contact House of Consciousness. If he doesn't have the book, have the brother order the book and ship it to you. We don't have to support Amazon. Amazon made what, $11 billion last year and paid 0 taxes.
I'm the new Amazon. I ordered the book and ship it to you. I already got my website. But look, let me say
something. I have the book.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about for those on. Go ahead.
Another book, one thing, I ain't gonna do a lot of talking, but one thing, another bookstore is on Chesapeake, Virginia, on Any River Road. The brother couldn't make it, name is Brett. It's Positive Vibes on Chesapeake Road. He got mobile book selection. And Any River Road, Chesapeake, Virginia. You can Google it. You got a lot of clothing too.
What's the name of the store?
Positive Vibes.
They got a website too.
Got a website,
They got a website, Positive
Everybody
Vibes.
write it down. Sharing information,
But
yeah, it's the dope store, man. It's a good store.
Right. What's up, DB? What's up, Brown?
And that's in Chesapeake?
Yes, ma'am. Any River Road.
Well, look, I will say this about the ADOS and the foundational Black Americans. As far as what the original intent of ADOS, I agree. Now you can change the name. We can play with names, wordplay, and we can do all that we want to. But the underlying ideology of what they were saying of us being descendants of slaves and trying to separate us from, and I'm a Pan-Africanist, so I'm gonna make that clear. I stand with Pan-African, but I also agree that sometimes, like as far as that American descendants of slaves or the foundational Black Americans, how we want to word it, I agree with all of that. I do think that we have a gripe against the United States. We built this country, and they should pay us.
Absolutely.
When the people in the islands, when they filed theirs and they was trying to get their reparations, they didn't include us. So so like I don't I agree with it, but I just think that what's going on right now is just
non-productive.
It's dividing us more than helping us, because
absolutely.
And so, and I don't want to say too much because I like Tyreek, man. I really like Tyreek, but at a certain time, it seemed like Tyreek also he's fighting Black people a lot, man. I'm just keeping it.
No, I have to disagree there, beloved.
Listen, I love Tyreek. I've been
understand something, but understand something,
I'm
beloved.
just saying his last couple fights, I follow Tyreek. Trust me, I follow. When I tell you I follow him, I follow the brother.
Okay, but do
like,
this
I
for
don't
me.
agree with. I never agreed with Yvette because when they had that when she was going against Boyce and all that. So I don't agree with Yvette and the other brother, because the other brother, he used Zoe Williams. He was using Zoe Williams' platform to get a real name because he used to be on Zoe Williams' show back in the day and talking.
You talking about Tone?
Tone, yeah, he was on Zoe Williams, and I agree with what Tone talking about as far as African people, and his facts is true with what he's talking about. But when they put that political agenda with them, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with putting your political agenda with a bloodline. I don't agree with that. I think if it's a bloodline, it's a bloodline. But you can't tell me I can't support Trump if I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't agree with that at all. But
here's the thing.
Hold on, let me finish. But
yes,
with
sir.
Tyreek, though, listen, I love Tyreek, but Tyreek, like, he's picking fights too. I would say that he been on code, because he have always bigged up ADOS to help them get where they at. I understand all that, and I think when he made his summit they took a personal jab, think that he was going against them when he was actually going against the revolt. He was basically like the revolt had a Democratic summit. That's all they were doing, had a Democrat summit. So he was like, look, we're gonna have our foundational black. But I'm just saying, lately, the brother been going against brothers. Even the Brian Allen situation, like the way he was disregarding the Civil Rights Act of 1865. I listened to the brother. Now, I do understand that they haven't really been enforcing it to us per se. We can say, okay, they haven't been enforcing it per se. We can say that. But at the same time, like, man, you got to pick your fight, and you got to pick your poison. And sometimes you got to know when to hold them, you got to know when to fold them, man. And I feel like
that's one of my favorite songs. That's one of my favorite songs, Brother Stewart. I say like that to my daughters all the time.
I feel like sometimes Tariq need to just chill out sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
But Brother Stewart, if I may.
I thank the brother big-headed, man, because he did, like he said, he gave him clout. Yeah, he did, but at the same time, okay, like, the brother big-headed, man. It is what it is, and I'm sorry.
If I may.
Go ahead.
Go to YouTube. Put in Tone, Yvette, and Tariq. You'll see videos from 8 months ago where Tone and Yvette were dragging Tariq. Tariq never responded. He paid them no mind.
I get that.
Okay? Now, because the brother, and trust and believe, I'm not no pom-pom cheerleader for Tariq. I understand Tariq. I understand Tariq is a businessman first. But he didn't say not one thing about Tone or Yvette.
No, he didn't.
He was giving them nothing but love. He was giving them nothing but respect. If you follow Tariq, you understand that Tariq has a petty streak that is as wide as his back. And if you push him into a corner, he is going to respond. He hadn't said nothing about them. He had nothing but good words for them. But just recently, it seemed like as soon as he said, what's wrong with him having a summit? They didn't have nothing to say about revolt. They didn't have nothing to say about all of these other conferences and the reparations summit. They'd had no words for them. But as soon as Tariq say, okay, he want to have a foundational Black American summit, what's wrong with that? Why start attacking the brother and calling him all kinds of names and he got to be an agent and he got to be this? The brother has a right to be self-aware. He has built a brand. He has built a brand. He put out Hidden Colors 5, 6. This brother has put out 7 movies. So he has a right to be a little big-headed. But he's not. He's a man. What? I don't know any men that are not arrogant. I don't know any men who are self-sufficient, who will not defend themselves when they are under attack. And that brother was under attack. They were upset because the New York Times put his name in the article. He didn't ask them to put his name in that article. They knew what they were doing. The devil throws a brick and hides his hand. They already knew about that there was a beef brewing between Tariq and Tone and Yvette. They already knew. So they threw a brick. And all of the dogs started barking because it hit all 3 of them. So now instead of going at the New York Times, and if you pull up the brother's page, Jason Black, he broke down that article.
Yeah, he did.
He broke down that article.
And
you don't see them coming at Jason Black. Why are they so concerned about Tariq? Because when Tariq put his hands on something, I applaud that brother. He's very organized. He's very disciplined. So when he decides he's going to do something, he does it. And he doesn't do it not to throw shade on the bookstores and the churches of the world. But when he does something, he doesn't do it in somebody's backyard. He doesn't do it in somebody's closet. He wants it to look a certain way. He wants it to be not a competition for ADOS. He's throwing FBA to throw off revolt. So if anything, we should all be coming at revolt, because revolt wasn't nothing, to use Tariq's words, it wasn't nothing but a nothing burger. So I'm gonna be quiet because Brother Stephen Goins, I don't know you, brother, but I'm respectful. When new people come in, I like to shut up and hear what new people have to say. So peace, Brother Stephen. If you have something to say, I'm gonna shut up because I can go.
I can't figure out how to get in here.
Well, you in here now, Elder. We see you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Can you
Yes,
hear
sir.
me?
hear you.
Round Bob.
Raul Bye. Yeah, I can't figure out how this thing go, man. I was trying to get in here. I finally got in here. Yeah. Peace,
We can see you, beloved.
everybody. How's everybody doing?
Great.
I can't see none of y'all. I can't see none of y'all. That's crazy though. Yeah. So I don't even know what the discussion is about. I don't, like I'm saying, I'm just getting in. I just heard a little bit about what the sister just said about some kind of beef between Tariq or whoever and he didn't respond. I didn't catch the whole thing though.
It's we talking about the ADOS and the FDA, the FDA. So
Oh, okay.
I gave a little pushback on Tariq, and I'm gonna stick by because I love the brother, but I've been paying attention. Like even before Yvette and them, I think the last time it was another brother that he was going at. I can't think of the brother name, man.
You talk about Umar?
No, it's Umar old. Umar way old. This was like an actor or somebody. He was breaking the actor. He was like I can't think of the actor name. No. He was talking about an actor. Well, I'm just saying, lately, and then I didn't like what he said about the, Brian Allen and the case for 18. It's like everything about Yvette and them, I agree, but the Brian Allen and that and what he basically was making it seem like that Supreme, the case 1865 ain't nothing. That's
No, that's not what not what he said, beloved. Where has Byron Allen been?
See.
Where has he been?
But see, this is the thing.
Byron Allen has been doing his own thing.
This is the thing. This is the thing, and that's why I gave the pushback. I gave the pushback because you sound like me. You sound like me always. Listen, I'm telling you, you have to look at things from both sides of lenses. So just because Yvette and the ADOC got a problem with that, he threw Brian Allen into it in the Supreme Court. We need to be supporting that brother and what he's trying to do. At the end of the day, what he's trying to do is help black folks as far as getting into the business. Like, so I don't see why you gonna throw shade on that. And what he basically was using was the old Judge Joe Brown, what Judge Joe Brown said, and that's what he's using against it. But my whole thing is, okay,
he never once said don't support Byron Allen, though, brother.
Oh yes, he
but it's
did.
not.
It's bigger than Byron.
It's bigger than Byron Allen.
Hold on. This is what the brother said. He said, "What has Brian Allen done for us?" This is what he said. He said, "What?" He said, "What?" He said, "Name some Brian Allen movies." He was talking about the movies that Brian Allen made. He was like, "Name some."
Those are valid questions, beloved.
I mean, but I'm just saying, why you throwing Brian Allen in this whole situation?
Because
Brian
you have
Allen
to,
ain't
you
got
have to look at a person's agenda. I've been telling people recently, Kanye West is the king of the finesse. Kanye done decided he's a born-again Christian so that he can sell his album and make his album go #1.
Tariq is finessing people, man. And we better
pay attention. Tariq is not finessing anyone. How does he finesse someone?
He boxed.
But go ahead.
But understand, let's talk about Byron Allen. We can get involved in the discussion about the 1866 without Byron Allen. Why all of a sudden Byron Allen done decided that he's gonna make a black issue his clarion call when Byron Allen is about his bag? He's suing Comcast for his bag. He is not concerned about that Civil Rights Act of 1866. Byron Allen is chasing the bag.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Who was talking about that Civil Rights Act before this?
The only one I heard Brother Kabane talk about it. I've heard Tariq talk about it. In one of his movies, he mentioned it. In one of the Hidden Colors movies, he mentioned that 1866.
Which one?
In one of the, I don't know which one exactly, but in one of the movies. But
Okay.
that 1866, that has to do with the Native American pact. And what does that have to do with Comcast?
No. It's. Have you read that law? The 86. Have you read it?
Brother, I'm still reading the HR 40. There's so many things going on. That Civil Rights Act of 1866, that is,
I'm just asking.
it's
Have you?
bigger than Byron Allen.
I'm just
I
asking.
haven't gotten around to reading it,
Okay.
but it's
Well,
bigger than
then,
Byron Allen.
so
Why has Byron Allen become the face of that? That's what Tariq is asking. What has Tariq done? What has Byron Allen done in the Black community that gives him the right to be the face of that pursuit?
why? Okay, but look. Why does he? What's wrong with him being the face of it? Like,
What's right with it?
This is what a problem, because he brought it up. Ain't nobody been talking about it before this. This
But
hasn't
what
been
was his agenda?
But hold up. Okay, everybody has an agenda. Tariq has an agenda as well.
What's Byron Allen's agenda? We're not
Okay,
talking
but
about
see-
Tariq's
but
agenda.
see,
We're talking
my
about
po-
Byron Allen.
This is my point. Listen to what I'm trying to say. We cannot always let just because what he say sound good. Look, he ain't had to bring Byron Allen into this, man. I love the brother. You understand? I love Tariq, and I always defend Tariq, but I'm pushing back this time because we always give him benefit of the doubt. But what Brian Allen doing is actually a good thing for Black people, regardless of why he bringing it to the forefront. If he bringing it to the forefront to benefit himself, that's good. But when Tariq made them movies, it was to benefit himself as well. Most people do stuff to benefit themselves. So at the end of the day, what he's doing is going to benefit Black people in general. So I don't see why. How? If he win the case, what is Comcast going to do? It's just like Colin Kaepernick and Colin
I'm
Kaepernick.
asking you, brother. I'm asking you to explain to me.
You asked, and now I'm about to explain to you. All right, just like Colin Kaepernick when he made the knee, right? Colin Kaepernick, he made that knee, and he got banished from the NFL, right? So a lot of times when you be the person to stand for something, you don't benefit from it, but the next person just benefit from it. So the fact that Brian Allen talking about Comcast, their CEOs make more money that they make more money each year than they put toward Black people and Black channels. You best believe when it come back around again, they're gonna invest more money into Black channels, into Black cable networks. They're gonna put more money into it because of what he's doing. So he's already won at the end of the day, and it's gonna benefit Black people at the end of the day.
How many Black programs has Byron Allen put out?
I mean, I don't know. Don't get me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not caping for Brian Allen, but what I'm saying is the fact that Tariq dismissing him.
He's not dismissing him, beloved. He's not dismissing him. Byron Allen has the ability. Byron Allen put on shows after shows after shows. How many Black shows has Byron Allen put out?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
We want to focus on Comcast.
Hold on.
Comcast. Yes, sir.
Hold on. Byron Allen has he's produced 2 Black shows, and they was not on like big cable networks, but he was one of them. The dude was the president from Jamie Foxx. What's the dude name on Jamie Foxx? The goofy dude from Jamie Foxx, man, light skinned guy.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
He was on the show. I want to say that the lady on Bernie Mac was on the show. It was pretty much an all Black cast. Then on top of that, he had another show, another all Black show. So Byron Allen has been
on what network?
I don't know on what network he's been doing stuff on. But what I am saying is I agree with the brother Stewart. You can't throw Byron Allen away. Even if he doesn't win this whole what he's trying to sue for. At the end of the day, he's kind of already won.
Yeah, and won.
He already won because people are paying attention.
You can't win until the game is over. You can't call a halftime and say we've won.
What I'm trying to look,
that's not a win.
I work in the film and television industry. People are already talking about this, so people are already moving because of the things that he's already doing. So even if he loses, he's already getting people eyes on the prize. People are
moving in what way?
Starting their own studios, producing Black movies and Black TV shows. Do
you know what is it called? Nigerian. Have you heard
Come on,
of the
Nollywood.
Nigerian
Come on,
Nollywood?
Nollywood. Yeah.
So
I
that's
was talking about it
nothing
the other
new.
day.
We still begging the oppressor for some crumbs from their table. Byron Allen has been at this for a long time. Byron Allen could have been the first Tyler Perry Studios. Byron Allen could have been the first own network. Where Byron Allen been? So this civil, and what does the Civil Rights Act of 1866 have to do with Comcast? No one can tell me that. What does that have to do with Comcast?
It's about the discrimination against black people. That's what he's using. But
yeah, to fight the case.
But like, it's like what I'm hearing is like, as far as this situation, Ramona, you disagree with Tyreek. We just got to agree to disagree, because I agree with Tyreek a lot of stuff, but at the same time, man, you got to pick your fights, man. You got to pick your courses. And right now, with him going to court, and like, I listened to his podcast that he just made, man. I listened to the brother. I've been following Tyreek for a long time. It's like, look, sometimes you just push the well too far, and I felt like the ADOS thing, I agree with him with that. Once they mix their political views into it, I agree. So we need to step away. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But like, as he going further and further with it, man, like, nah, man, I gotta take
Beloved,
a step back, man. I gotta take a step
I agree with Tariq from the position of he didn't go to Comcast to do Hidden Colors 1 through 5. He didn't go to Comcast to do 1804. He has built really his own movie empire without the help of our open enemy.
Now, don't forget that Tyreek used to big up Brian Allen. Before this ADOS thing came up, hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. Don't forget, before all this ADOS thing, 6, 7, 8 months ago, Tyreek used to always big up Brian Allen. He was always talking about, but now
in his most recent broadcast, beloved, he did not say nothing negative. He spoke the truth. Okay. A lot of people take the truth and want to twist it into negativity. Okay. What he said was actual facts. Byron Allen, okay, he got 2 shows out of what? Out of 1,000? And that we give him an applause for making 2 black shows out of 1,000 shows that he made. So if I give you $1, Brother Cam, and I give Brother Stewart $1, and I turn around and give $900 to the KKK, does that still make me a good person?
That's only 2 that we know about. So before you say that's
so now he's making incognito movies.
No, what I'm saying is you speaking in general. You speaking in general. And then you might need to read that law of 1865.
And I will read it, beloved, but I'm gonna take you back to elementary school. If a tree falls in the forest and no one is there to hear it, does it make a sound? If he's making shows for black people and black people don't know about it, do they exist? No. They can't possibly. It's not doing nothing for us if we don't know they exist.
Well, apparently
I'm not even going to go to the obvious.
Listen, apparently they're not being shown.
But he has his own network. The brother just bought the Weather Channel. They show movies on the Weather Channel. Do you watch the Weather Channel? I do.
I don't watch the Weather Channel.
I do, and they show movies on the Weather Channel.
What they say? Why we still on code? Hey. Master
Yo.
Mario, do you tell him about we were talking about business in the front of beginning, man. You tell him about your business? What kind of business you doing?
Yeah, man. You know, as I was saying, I work in the film and television industry, man. So me personally, I see what Byron Allen is doing. I'm not in that realm. I'm not an outsider. I see it. A lot of his shows, you look them up. A lot of his shows are, I just named 2, but I just looked up online. A lot of his stuff are like black shows. Them things are shown on his network. And the further up Tyler Perry, you know, big props to what he's doing, has his own studio. But if you go back, you know, Tyler Perry, in order to get a lot of his stuff made, he even said it himself, he had to go to white people to fund his stuff because when he was doing the plays, it was not enough money. Even today, he would even say, sometimes I still struggle to get stuff made. I still struggle to get certain things made. But again, big ups to what Tyler Perry is doing. And I hear what the sister's saying. She's like, don't nobody see the TV shows, don't nobody hear about it, et cetera, et cetera. Then what is Byron Allen doing? I understand where she's coming from. I get it. But from me working in the film and television industry, I hear the conversations people are having now based off what he's doing. So my point of view, I'm not saying I have more clout in that area than anybody else. Not what I'm saying. But I see what it's doing on these film shoots. I see it. I hear like different
beloved,
directors
would you care to share?
Let me finish. So again, I see this stuff all the time. I have a group of black friends now. They're doing their best to do like their own black-owned studio. And a lot of this is based off of the conversations and stuff that Byron Allen and stuff that he's fighting for. So again, even if he wins, it's great. I want him to win. But even if he loses, what he's doing is he's sparking the attention of people that look like me. And so for me, that's one thing I'm proud of. I don't know about the whole Tariq, Nasheed, and the Yvette. I'm not like privy to that whole all that stuff that's going on.
And Mario.
But for what the brother's trying to do, I rock with it, man. I do. Because I know it's gonna open the door for me. And it's already got people like you all talking. It's got you all talking and having discourse about what he's doing. So the brother is doing it. So win, lose, or draw, the brother is already doing his job. All over TV screens, people are talking about him. So I'm telling you, man, the brother, he's getting stuff done. So even if you don't hear a tree fall, it don't mean that it didn't fall. It still fell. You can see the fruits of the labor. So keep watching Byron Allen, man. I'm telling you, he's gonna change a lot of people's heads. Trust me. Now I don't agree with everything he do. I don't. Let me just say that as a disclaimer. I don't agree with everything that he does. But the whole thing of him suing and trying to get like just equal rights and for like TV shows and stuff like that, I rock with it because it's gonna benefit me and it's gonna benefit the people that come behind me. So, but that's my piece on it.
So what you're saying is he's suing Comcast so that you can get a show on Comcast. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, in terms of me, this is why I respect it, because he is a black man, and he's fighting so that he's suing, so basically people like me, black folks, can get the same like opportunities as anyone else. The whole Civil Rights Act of 1866, the whole point of it was dealing with like citizenships. Basically, if you was a slave, you wasn't privy to the same rights as somebody else. So you were pretty much treated equally under the law. What he's saying is, for him being a black man, for what he's trying to do with the TV networks, he is not allotted the same opportunities as those white folks. They're not giving him the same type of money. They're not doing the same thing for him. That's basically what the whole parallel of the Civil Rights of 1866. That's what he's saying.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
What makes Byron Allen think, or any of us?
Right.
This is why I support Tariq. Listen to what I'm about to say. What makes Byron Allen think that they are supposed to give him anything?
Oh, yeah, I got a good answer for you. Again, what I said is what he's sparking. That's what I say. Even if he loses, even if he don't get it, I hope he do. If he don't get it, if he doesn't, there's people like me who are saying, whether he gets it or not, we are already on the grind. We just did a TV show, all black cast, and 80% of the people were all black on the film.
Beloved.
So again, hold on, wait, let me finish. So even if he doesn't get it, he don't have to get it. That's cool. But what it's doing is it's sparking people like me. Does that make sense what I'm saying or no?
That's not answering the question. No, sir, you did not.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you the answer again. What I told you was when Byron Allen talked about the amount of money that the CEOs of Comcast make and the amount of money that they've been investing in black cable companies, I said best believe that the next time it's time to invest, they're going to invest more money because it's out there now. So it's going to give more black people opportunities. That's at the end of the day, that's what it's going to do. Also,
opportunity to do what?
That Comcast is going to show more black people, give the cable networks more black-owned cable networks opportunities to be shown through Comcast. That's what it's going to do. But one more thing, look, I'm part of a cast right now. We're shooting a movie called Freedom of North Carolina. The movie that we're shooting is based right here out of Greenville, North Carolina. It's all black people. It's called Freedom of North Carolina. If y'all subscribe to my page, yesterday I uploaded a video where we talked about the Harriet Tubman movement and the difference between Harriet Tubman movement and the movie that we shooting. So I'm not trying to combine that with Brian Allen at all, because we was doing this before the case came up.
Your audio is breaking up, beloved.
Oh, okay. Well, we was shooting this movie before this case came up. So this case have nothing to do with the movie. But what this case does, the Act of 1866 does do, it makes it so that like we have the opportunity to bid or have the opportunity to have our shows put on a white network. Now it's good to put it on a black network. Cause we go to Tyler Perry's studio and he will buy our movie and show, we all for it. But at the same time,
hey,
go ahead, beloved.
I'm gonna say one thing. Tiffany, Master U, Mario, and Elder, Remissu.
Yes, sir.
I'll repeat the information. I know Sister Tiffany, by her past her bedtime, she went to the shipyard. I met her through the shipyard. She's a good friend of mine through the shipyard.
Okay.
She nobody go information.
She what?
Karat Bar's information.
Oh, Karat Bars?
And Sister Ramona and yes.
She's from Karat Bars?
Yes, sir.
Can you
Well, no, let me say it like this. I'm not from Karat Bars. I am a Karat Bars affiliate.
Oh, okay.
The opinions expressed by Sister Ramona Muhammad does not reflect the opinion of Karat Bars and the Karat Bars company. I originally came on here to do the presentation, but I could not get my computer to work or get to share the screen the way I wanted to just show a quick video. My intentions was to be in and out. Honestly, I came, I was going to drop the video, and then I was going to be out.
So can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
So are you affiliated with Ty Best?
I am. I'm watching him right now. I'm looking at him on the screen.
Okay. So
I have two computers going. I'm in one training with them, and I'm in here with you all.
okay, so Ty Best is out of Hampton, is that correct?
Yes, sir. He is.
Okay. So let me ask you a question, if I may.
Sure, certainly.
Okay, so the goal that Karat Bars is dealing with is coming out of Germany. Is that correct?
It's coming. Is the Karat Bars company is based in Germany, but they own gold mines on the continent. They own gold mines in Africa.
Okay. All right. So so are you asking people, are you asking people to come in by getting a package, a bronze package, a silver package, or a gold package? Is that
what the whole goal is to start saving in gold and getting involved in what's going to be the new currency of the planet, which is cryptocurrency. If they want to come in as just a customer, it's based on what I like to say is based on your grind. If a person wants to just start out as a customer, which a lot of the people that I talk to and sign up, they come in as a customer, you can earn from the position of a customer all the way up to VIP. It just depends on where you can get in. It's a get in where you fit in situation. I started off as a silver and I am now up to a gold member. I'm not VIP yet because I have other obligations, but my main focus is to build generational wealth. All of my children that are 18 years of age or older are in Karat Bars and they also save in gold. My nieces that are 18 years of age or older, I didn't even give them the option. I signed them up. And it benefits them because they're saving in gold and they're also building wealth through the gold-backed cryptocurrency. So yes,
are you a citizen of the United States of America?
I am.
Okay, so then being a citizen of the United States, President Roosevelt took us off the gold standard. So
No, sir, that was President Nixon that took us off the gold standard.
Oh, well, gold was removed from circulation during
1972.
No, I'm talking about Roosevelt. Roosevelt closed the banks for 3 days and removed gold out of circulation because the Constitution says the only way we barter is with gold or silver. So Roosevelt did that, and shortly after that, they removed what they call gold certificates and silver certificates, where you could not take your silver certificates or gold certificates and redeem them for that amount of
Right.
gold
We
or
went
that
off the
amount.
gold standard.
But that was
But
in 1930.
2019, we are still able to buy gold, sir.
No, I'm not
Gold is
saying buy
openly
it.
traded on the market.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you can't spend it here in America. That's
Yes,
what
we
I'm saying.
can.
Well, you can barter it for something, but you can't spend it as like going into a store saying, "Well, I want a 22-inch TV," and give them gold as a means of bartering. You can't do that.
Well, sir,
You can say.
actually, we can.
How do
We
you do
have
that?
actually set up a exchange called the K Merchant, where we have been signing up stores that accept not only cryptocurrency, but they also accept our cash gold. I'm sure you're aware that Starbucks, you can now go into Starbucks, and if you own Bitcoin, you can go into Starbucks and pay for your coffee and your purchases with Bitcoin. You can go into a lot of stores. A lot of stores are moving to accept cryptocurrency. So that's why Karat bars moved into cryptocurrency. The whole purpose of holding gold is, let's just say I buy gold, I buy at least 2 grams a month. Now I know that there are certain places that don't accept gold, but I know that there are certain places that buy gold.
Of
So if
course they
I
do.
have if I have 100 grams of gold and I need money in a punch, I have an emergency or whatnot, I can't go to Wells Fargo and get a loan. I can't. That was one thing that I absolutely agreed with Byron Allen, that he said to Obama that the banks need to be audited to see how many black people are getting business loans, how many black people are getting housing loans.
Yeah.
But I can take my 100 grams of gold and go to a gold merchant and have that gold merchant buy my gold and take the fiat currency that he gives me and go and handle my business. So having gold is a way to secure my family. Now, getting into the cryptocurrency, I can go to Starbucks with my Karat bars, with my cryptocurrency, and buy me some coffee, and I don't have to use cash.
Well, let's back up for a minute. What you just said, you said you can take your gold, right, and use that to barter in a situation where you can get fiat currency. But now you're talking about taking a loss, because you're
No,
not going
it's
to
not
get.
necessarily a loss.
Well, you're not going to get the same, or you're not going to get what the gold is worth in an exchange business transaction. You're not going
Yes,
to
sir,
get the
I
same.
am. Gold right now, if a gram of gold is 67, let's say $70. Let's do even exchange, $70.
Mm-hmm.
I can take a gram of gold that I have, go to a gold merchant, and that gold merchant is going to give me the current value of a gram of gold. I don't take a loss. I don't go to a pawn shop. See, you take a loss when you go to a pawn shop. When you go to a gold merchant is going to give you what the value of what the current value. They're going to pull it up in their book, or they're going to pull it up in their computer and see that right now gold is trading at $67 a gram, or however much an ounce, however much I come in there and want to exchange. If I come in there with a gram of gold, he's going to give me what that gram of gold is worth today on the exchange. Now, I could wait until it fluctuates and go up to $75, and I could go in and give him a gram of gold and he's going to give me $75. If I go in another day and it's $62, that's what it's trading at, I give him a gram of gold, he's going to give me $62. So
I hear
gold
what you're saying.
doesn't lose value.
I know, I understand that, sister, and I hear what you're saying. I would just be curious to see it being demonstrated. I would like to see you demonstrate that.
Yes, sir.
What
I
you're
can
saying.
give you a link. There's a brother on YouTube. His name is Richard Hamilton. He just did a video where him and one of his business partners took a couple of those cards into a gold merchant, and that gold merchant, because the way the cards are sealed, I wish Brother Eric was still in his, because he showed the card. He cut the gram of gold out of the card, put it on the scale. It came up to 1 gram. and he gave the brother the money what it was worth right there. So you could pull that up on YouTube. His name is Richard Hamilton. Let me pull up that video. I'll put it in.
So, can I ask you another question?
Certainly.
Okay, so then can we agree that a fiat currency is not worth the paper that it's printed on, correct?
Absolutely.
So why would you change something of value, something that has intrinsic value, for something that doesn't have any value?
Because it's a majority rules. I can't go to Greenville Utilities with a gram of gold and pay my light bill.
No,
but I can go to a gold merchant, cash it in right now. Now, eventually, the utility company is going to start accepting cryptocurrency. When the utility company starts accepting cryptocurrency, I won't even have to leave my house to pay my bills, which I really don't leave my house now to pay my bills. But what I'm saying is it's better to have it, beloved, and not need it than need it and not have it. If I have an emergency and I don't have any fiat, but I got gold, I don't have any problems. But if I don't have gold and I don't have fiat, I'm in a bind.
I understand everything you're saying, sister. But my question was, why would you exchange something that has value, intrinsic value, for something that has no value? That was my question. Now, I understand what you're saying, that you can do this or you can do that with it. But if we agree that fiat currency has no value whatsoever,
because that is the current form of trade in this society, beloved. But it's better if I have it. Let's say my car breaks down. Now, if all I'm depending on is fiat currency, and right now I go to my ATM and my balance says 0, I can't get my car fixed. But if I go to where I'm holding my gold, and I say, okay, I don't have any of what this current society accepts as a form of exchange, but I have gold. So I can take my gold, go and exchange it and do what I need, because I know that I can always get more gold. Eventually, gold and cryptocurrency is going to replace the dollar. The dollar is being replaced everywhere in the world. Everywhere in the world, they're moving away from the dollar.
I understand that. But I'm still amazed that that you haven't given me an answer that would allow me to say, well, why would I give something of value away for something that has no value? That's what
I'm not giving it away, beloved. I'm not giving it away. This is what you call is building wealth, and it's building an emergency. Most Black people in America don't even have $1,000 in an emergency fund.
You're right.
But if I have gold that I can take to a gold merchant, and I know that, let's say I take $1,000 in gold, and I go get $1,000. Now I have what is the current system of exchange. I can feed my family, or I can go and pay that bill. I can go and get my car out of the shop. So my neighbor, if his car goes down and he doesn't have any gold, he can't get his car fixed until he gets some more fiat currency. But I'm not held to the same restrictive devices as someone who does not have gold.
So then, what's the purpose of saving the gold, sister? If you have to eventually use fiat currency to handle your business.
No, the purpose of having the gold, sir, is never having to worry about not having the gold. That's the whole purpose. That's the whole purpose.
If I can interject on real fast?
Yes, sir.
I would say that cryptocurrency is allowing cryptocurrency is gonna change the way that gold and fiat is being used. And that's the benefit for gold, is that a lot of companies now are starting to accept cryptocurrency as forms of payment. So what Karat Bar decided to do was, well, we're gonna get us a cryptocurrency to allow us to spend our gold through the cryptocurrency. And
but what makes our gold more valuable is that if I pay you, with my Karat Bar's cryptocurrency, you have the option. You have 3 different ways to get paid. You can get paid in gold.
You said more valuable than what? Your cryptocurrency is more valuable than what? You talking about cryptocurrency?
Than any cryptocurrency on the market right now.
Yeah.
Hold on, listen to what I'm saying.
Now you don't want to far now. Now you don't want to far.
Listen to what I'm saying. You ain't let me finish.
Hold on, no. Now she done stepped in the now she done stepped in the well
listen to
now.
what I'm saying. Bitcoin is only $8,000 a coin because of perception. Bitcoin is not backed by anything. It's just like fiat currency.
Okay, but hold on,
Karat Bars, listen, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Karat Bars is has the only cryptocurrency that if I pay you in my cryptocurrency, you can get either real gold or you can keep the cryptocurrency because the market is starting to fluctuate, or you can get cash. With Bitcoin, you can only get either Bitcoin or cash.
Okay.
So once the value, you done muted yourself.
Are you finished?
Yes, sir. Go right
Okay,
ahead.
so because let me give you education real fast. Cryptocurrency is based off the blockchain. So the crypto don't matter. It don't matter what you call this stuff. You can call it red gold. You can call it whatever. It's based off the blockchain.
What is the blockchain based off, beloved?
The blockchain is based off the mathematical equations that's being solved by the computers. See, that's what this all it is. It's just mathematical.
So you're saying that it's based off of ones and zeros.
Can you let me finish? Okay.
Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
The mathematical equations is what the Bitcoins is. It's the answer to the equations. The computers, they generate the questions, the mathematical equations, and then whatever the answer is, that is the Bitcoin, or that is what you were saying is the currency is. It's actually the answer to the question. So when you say that the gold, and I knew this where this was headed, that the Karat Bar cryptocurrency is worth more than the actual start, which started because Bitcoin is the first blockchain. If you remove Bitcoin from circulation, your Karat Bar currency ain't gonna be worth nothing.
No, it will not. No, sir. No, sir.
Let me
no,
finish.
Sir.
Please let me finish.
Go right ahead.
I'm gonna explain why. Because all the cryptocurrency is based off Bitcoin.
No, it's not. Ours isn't. Ours is not.
That's a moot point.
I got one thing to say.
I'm done with that. That's
land or gold, and plus Tiffany wants the information about her big time. She working the shipyard, so she wants information about the Karat Bar, I believe.
I put my phone number, sister. I sent you my phone number, and also my link is up top. But beloved brother Stewart, what you were saying, mathematical equations can be erased. If you remove that 1 from that mathematical equation, or that 0 from that mathematical equation, because all constants, all mathematical equations depend on 1s and 0s. That's all a computer algorithm is 1s and 0s. So if that crashes, listen to what I'm saying. If it crashes, if Bitcoin stops existing, cryptocurrency will still exist because Bitcoin is not the platform. Karat Bars has its own blockchain. It's called Karatbit. We have our own blockchain.
What is it called again?
Cryptocurrency is Karatbit.
What did you say it's called again?
Karatbit.
Karat bits, right? And yes. you know where the bits come from, right? Do you know where the bits come from?
It has nothing to do with Bitcoin.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with Bitcoin.
Okay.
Do you understand? If you really understand that ours is backed by physical gold, you can't dig Bitcoin up out the ground. You can dig gold up out the ground.
Understand this. Bitcoin is gold 2.0.
It is not.
That's why.
You tell me
and
understand where you can
well.
go right now and dig up some Bitcoin.
The computers have changed this. It's not about what you can dig up.
That's what they want you to believe. That's why they went off the gold standard and the dollar still had a little bit of value, because they led people to believe that Bitcoin only has perceived value.
Listen. Currency is only what we can perceive it to be. What are you talking about? I can accept a
can dig
potato.
up gold,
Hold on,
beloved.
stop. We can accept potatoes as currency if we want to. Currency is only
And
what
that's
we are.
very true.
Currency is only what we are willing to accept as a payment for goods. So when
Right. But if
you
the
listen, hold on,
system
slow
goes
down. Oh, you gotta slow down because when you keep talking about gold, back in Africa, we was trading gold. What was they was trading gold for? Some real simple. I can't even think what it
Cowrie
was.
shells, beloved. Cowrie shells and goats. Cowrie shells and goats
No,
and
I'm talking
diamonds.
about something before.
It was nothing to us.
I'm talking about before even that. But my point is this: the price of gold may get at $1,200 max, maybe. But Bitcoin is going to get to a point where it's going to surpass that. So I'm not trying to, but I would say that the fact that Bitcoin and the blockchain has came out, it has made it easier for gold to be spent. I would say that.
No, sir. Gold was being spent before Bitcoin was ever even created.
I said made it easier because you couldn't go in stores and spend no type of gold. You can't even keep a certain amount of gold on you. You got to keep your gold in the banks right now.
That's not true either.
Huh?
No, sir. That's not true.
So what's the amount of gold you can keep on you without being in the safe?
Walking around?
Yeah, what's the amount of gold that a person can keep on them without being in the game?
Thanks to the ingenious mind of Harold Sykes, you can keep as much gold on you as you want on your Karat Bar Gold MasterCard, sir.
Mario.
It's not even about that.
Excuse me, Mario.
I said own you. I said own you. I ain't saying your MasterCard. I said own you. Own your person.
Why would you need to be walking around with gold on you, sir?
Well, if you're keeping it in your house, where are you storing your gold?
That's G14 classified.
Okay, so listen. Check this out. See.
Listen, I gotta bow out. I apologize.
I agree though. I like Karat Bar. I like the fact that they got them a digital currency. I like all that.
But sir, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
And I agree 100% what you said about potatoes, because I tell you what, to me, potatoes are more valuable than Bitcoin. Because I can grow a potato and feed my family. I can't grow Bitcoin. I can use Bitcoin to go buy me a potato field. I can use Bitcoin to buy me some more cryptocurrency that's backed by gold where I can cash it in and have that gold shipped to my house. So that if something come up and I got to go and bail you out of jail, I can't bail you out of jail right now with Bitcoin, but I could take my gold and go and trade it with a gold merchant and get the money to get you out.
What makes you think? Hold up. What makes you think? Hold on. What makes you think you can't bail me out of jail with Bitcoin?
Because they don't accept it.
But what they don't accept gold either. But what you gonna do with your gold? You're gonna get fiat for your gold, and they're gonna accept the fiat. The same.
Right, but if the computers crash, Bitcoin is going to cease to exist. Gold will never cease to exist.
You said if the computer crash, Bitcoin will cease to exist, right? That's what you say, right? But see, if you understand the blockchain, you understand that you can print this stuff off. You're supposed to print it off anyway and keep it in a safe.
You're supposed to print what off?
See, you must don't know too much about Bitcoin.
No, sir, I'm asking you.
Okay,
print what off?
What it do is it give you like a square with lines in it. It's like a stamp, but it's something that can be read. You can print it off. Like once you purchase it, you can print the algorithm off and save it. You're supposed to keep it in your safe. You don't supposed to keep it on your computer anyway. Because if somebody hack you, they can steal your Bitcoin. You're supposed to print it off and have it on a cold site, something that's not online. Wow. That's why Coinbase, you talked about Coinbase. Coinbase has a vault that's offline, so it can't be hacked.
Okay, I'll tell it to you like
they have a vault that's offline for a reason. They keep it offline so it can't be hacked.
1 second. Mario about leaving 2 minutes, man. Mario.
Another man. I know all is well, man. Hey, all is well. Good conversation, whatever. Yeah, all is well, man.
So tell me more about your job description, man. You say you do videos, movies.
Yeah.
What's the name of your production, man?
I don't have a production company. Usually, I'm a freelancer, but yeah, I'm a freelancer. I got a company, but we just did our LLC and stuff. but I ain't gonna speak too much on it yet. To all the paperwork and everything is like, you know, it came through. So
how long you been doing it?
Shucks, man, about what, 13, 14 years?
Working for
minute
yourself,
now.
right?
Yeah, work for myself, work for nobody else, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Work for nobody.
I know most of the mama was talking about land, man.
You already know,
Land is
man.
important too,
We
you know?
already working on that, man. That's why I say slave money, slave reparations, or whatever you want to call it, whether that comes to whether that happen or not, it don't matter to me. I ain't waiting on that stuff. I ain't waiting on nobody to give me no money. I'm gonna get it. That's how I was raised, and that's how I'm teaching my kids, man. So, well, you get it through Bitcoin, gold, dirt, whatever it is, man. Just get it.
The Bible said the gold was good. You know what I mean?
Yep. Bible said a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, Bible said a lot.
Hey, I'm
No
bad.
disrespect.
I'm bad.
Leave that alone,
I'm
man.
bad.
Leave that
I'm
alone.
bad. I'm about to get down with Karat Bar. I'm about to get down with the Karat Bar.
Ain't that wrong with
But
man?
hey,
I might give me
Ain't no
some
wrong
gold.
with
personally, I'm gonna get down with Karat Bar.
Give me some gold.
But hey, would you be willing to come back, Master U?
Yeah, most definitely, man. Yeah, absolutely. Good conversation, man.
Yeah,
Heck
we need
yeah.
everybody. Miss Ramon, I want you to come back too, Miss Ramon. Hold up.
Oh, absolutely, brother.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I spar for a living.
Yes.
This is what I do for sport. This is sport to me. This is nothing. This is sport.
But it's good. It's good to have conversations, man.
Absolutely. Dialogue is the pastime of the gods, beloved.
Yeah, and sometimes I push back on people just to be that voice pushing back.
Oh, I do understand. That's why I said this is sport for me.
Sometimes you don't know if I agree with you.
I was on a debate team in my high school, sir. So trust and believe. You can't back me down.
I might actually agree with you and just push back on you and see what kind of response you gonna get.
Oh no, I'm good. I always settle on the best part, beloved. I have nothing negative to say. I deal with the facts, and whatever we do, our goal is to come together and raise up our community. That's the goal.
Yep.
So whether you got Bitcoin, I got gold, Master U is gonna do the production, you know, whoever do what, we gotta get it. And that's the point. Because right now we are slowly devolving into a third world country as a community.
Yep.
You know.
Hey Tip, you still there?
I don't know if she frozen. Look like she in the same position.
Hey Tip, you still there?
Yeah, I think she froze, man.
Yeah. But I know we better get our act together.
Okay.
Because
we have no choice.
Yeah, financially, things about to get terrible, and you know, we need to.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said 3 years ago that the election of Trump was going to force Black people to come together. We have no choice. While Satan is casting out Satan, Black people need to be circling our wagons, and we could play cards and all that after we got our stuff together. But right now, we need to be getting us some land, getting our survival kits together, getting our financial platform straight, so that when these devils remember that we over here on the left and they decide to turn back towards us, we ready.
And we need to go back to Africa and get dual citizenship, and that's my plan.
Absolutely.
That's my plan is to try to get me dual citizenship.
Well, right now, Ghana is the only country that's accepting dual citizenship.
And look,
me and my daughters were supposed to go for the year of the return this year, but I had, other things came around, so I'm not going until, inshallah, I'll be going this summer.
Well, I'm going January the 2nd to January the 8th of 2020. I'm gonna be in Ghana. I'm already locked and loaded. Just waiting.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, Ramona, are you Islam?
Yes, sir. I'm in the Nation of Islam.
Okay, that's what's up. That's peace. That's peace.
But as I said from the beginning,
God's the earth, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We not Muslims, but it's love. We got love. You know what I'm saying? Much love. We know what time it is. Well, at least I do.
Some of the nation of gods and earth claim Islam, beloved. Where are you, in the South or are you up top?
I'm in Virginia, so I mean Virginia technically the South, but some people don't consider it being the South.
Virginia's the South.
Yeah, but it's the South. Some people don't consider it though.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, depending on where you
Depending
are.
on who you talk to. Depending on who you talk to.
Yeah, right. Depending on who you talk to.
Yeah, some
But
recognize, some don't.
our labels is what's keeping us divided. We want to be New Wabian. We want to be RBG. We want to be Nation of Gods and Earths. We want to be, 5%. We want to be Nation of Islam. We want to be Orthodox. But what's killing us is that melanin. They don't give a darn about none of those labels.
Yep.
And
Nope.
and that's why they keeping us at each other's necks. The devil already know how to work us. And that's why the New York Times put out that article, because they know that we are factionalized. We are fractionalized and we are factionalized. There's people that back Tariq, there's people that back Yvette, there's people that back Umar, and we all black.
You know what I say? I know what I be saying. I say the things that was used to free us is now being a detriment to us.
When did we become free?
Well,
we're not free yet.
I mean, just hear me out. Hear me out. What I'm talking about is that in the 90s, early 90s, when we was just really getting out of slavery, we had the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that came. You had Prophet Noble Joel Ali. So basically, you had all these different ideologies to come, and they were used at the time to help try to restore our African mind, because we was, under that 400 years of slavery. But what was used back then, today is now used to keep us divided. That's what I see it as. I compare it to the story of Asar, Aset, and Haru, and when Asar body was chopped up into the 13 pieces. I feel like that's us right now. We're chopped up into pieces because everybody is claiming a different set, and we are all divided. We are not united, and we need to get back together as one body. And that one body means we all think as one, we act as one, and then we will finally get back to where we need to be. That's my only thing I was talking about when I brought that up.
100%, beloved. We have to stop allowing those who do not have our best interests at heart to define us. We want to be one. We should want to be one. We can worry about all that factionalism and fractionalism afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
After. We can be Tutsi and Hutu and whatever we want to be. We can be Zulu, and we can be Tom Maku, and we can be all of that after we get the oppressor's boot off our neck.
Yeah, that's we can do that in the backyard, but when we're in the front yard, we all united.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
When we in the backyard, we could be fighting all we want, but when we walk out front, all they need to see is us all hand in hand going, where's our check?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where's our money?
Hey, sister.
Yes, sir.
You ever met Melchizedek up in New York? The guy up in New York, 5%. He still read it 6 more times.
I know the name. I'm familiar with the name.
He's like 80 years old. He's still kicking.
He's still kicking.
He read suit bow ties. He was under.
I'm familiar with the name.
Yeah,
you just did me. You just did me how white folks do us, man. I tell somebody I'm from New Jersey, they be like, "Oh, do you know Lisa?"
Well, look, I'm from New Jersey too. I'm from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm from Patterson.
But you were born in Patterson and then moved down south, because you don't have not one part.
No accent. Look, I've been down south so long, I ain't got no accent. None whatsoever.
None.
Yeah. But I was up there till I was like 10 though. But
oh wow.
Yeah.
But absolutely, sir. I enjoyed the dialogue.
And y'all look, can y'all like the page? It's called. I need to put this in the chat, man. Y'all don't even know where this gonna be at. Let me put this in the chat. Let me see. I'm gonna put it in the chat where this gonna be at tomorrow. And if we can look, we can have. I be having a lot of conversations on the platform. So if you got something you want to come up here and present, if you want to come up here and talk about the Nation of Islam, you want to, you know what I'm saying? You want to come up here and talk about the gods and earth, whatever. Y'all just let me know, and you set up a day you want to do a PowerPoint presentation. However y'all want to do it, just let me know, and I'm open to it. As long as I can fit it in my schedule, we can get it done. The thing about our organization that I'm the president of, we don't care what's your denomination. Long as you out to help Black people, we can work with you. So like we got Christians that's a part of our organization. We got Muslims. We got 5%ers. We got everybody. It don't matter what your belief is.
You 5% of the first one.
Yeah, I would do school, but it don't matter what your belief is. Long as you about helping Black people, we can deal with it. And that's our whole purpose, is trying to uplift our people. At the end
you once God.
Yeah,
well, you always God, man. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I mean, I'm
yeah. When I went
man.
through,
You always God, man.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I got into my 120s and stuff. My actual name was Victorious God Allah. That was my name. But yeah,
peace. We'll say you always God, man. So I didn't mean no disrespect. I say you once were, you always.
Yeah, I remember the teachers though. Yeah, that was high school, man. And and my high school was in North Carolina, in the country. And
dang.
Listen, and I'm talking about, you go to Scarlet Neck where I was at, ain't never God bodies, man.
For real?
Yeah, believe it or not, bro. I'm telling you, and like, that gang stuff is coming around now. That blood mess. But
I told you the jail I work part time, man. I worked a whole lot of Nation Guards, and
guys,
a lot of them over there at Scarlet Neck, man.
Scarlet Neck infield, and also the RBGs. That was an infield heavy back in the days too. But it's a rebellious spirit that's in this area. I would just tell y'all that it's a very rebellious spirit that has been in this area of North Carolina for a long time, man.
Sister Ramona.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we were talking about this a couple years ago.
When y'all went.
We were talking about this I'm a man of my word. This man here's in the high school. He got some buildings and those people.
Yeah.
Let's get her a Muhammad Study group down here, man.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Our building can rent. We can put them on for cheap.
Yeah, I know buildings.
Long like children get safe, safe in this bull crap. I don't care if they 5%, Nation Islam, New Wapians,
Hebrew, I don't care what you are. Long as you trying.
That's all I care about. You know what I mean? That's all I care about. Still my brother, still my sister.
The reason our youth have a rebellious spirit.
I'll say this one thing before. Go, man. And this is everybody point out, man.
Master, your audio is breaking up, beloved.
I don't care who you go to, Nation, 5%, Rastafarians, long you change your lifestyle around. I'm for you. You my brother, you my sister.
Man, as long as all band, whatever your beliefs about system is. Little son, little boy, little girl. I don't care. I don't give Christian Nation. We come from tree, man. So let's band together. I can't straighten each other up right now. So. Did something happen?
Yeah. All right, go ahead, bro.
No, I'm good. That was it. That's all I had to say.
No, we couldn't hear names. We couldn't hear names, bro.
Not one word.
Oh, dang, my fault. I don't know what happened, man. But anyway, I was just saying, look, no matter what our belief system or our knowing system is, like y'all was saying, 5% Nation Islam, Hebrew Israelite, no matter what it is, man, all of us Black people, all of us come from the same place, and the best thing we can do is all band with each other.
Exactly.
I can't remember what the brother said. We in the front yard, we all cool, we barbecue, or you're vegan, do your vegan food. But in the backyard, you can fight it out, dust each other off, go back in the.
And you know what, Master, I'm gonna throw you a bone. That would make a great movie.
Feel that we all have a lot of stuff happening in our community. We claim to be Nation Islam. We claim to be.
Man, what the hell going on?
I don't know. He keep breaking up.
So now what we claim is what we gotta be.
Work audio, brother.
You might want to stop while you ahead. I don't know what's going on.
Test it, brother. Test
like Beelzebub or somebody trying to come through your broadcast.
Oh man. Yeah, but you know what? You're right, sister. That would be a good movie. And you know what? I'm glad you mentioned it, the Master U, because I was gonna have our producer on the show, the writer and producer of our movie Freedom of North Carolina. I invited him, but we've been having shows like every other day. So he was up here yesterday. I guess don't want to have him back up here again today, but that's something that we should actually do. It's a movie like that where and kind of like try to show the world this is what we need to do, and it's needed. It's actually needed right now. That's actually needed.
And that land, Nat Turner's on in Southampton County, they ain't far from us. We need to do a real documentary on that land. Ain't nobody did no documentary on that land. And I know the descendants, you see what I'm saying? Of the Nat Turner.
Yeah.
And they still getting harassed by police to this day.
And they got them signs out there. This when you first enter
right.
and when you exit through the land, they got them signs out there. So we're gonna get it done. But all right, Queen, I think we're gonna get up out of here. I thank you for blessing us.
Absolutely.
Being on the show with us.
I appreciate being thought of enough to be invited, beloved.
Thank you.
Yes, and your
I just want to say one last thing about our youth. The reason why our youth have a rebellious spirit is because those of us who are their elders, we out of pocket. If they saw us presenting a stronger, united front, they would have no choice but to fall in line, because one thing about children, they respond to discipline. And we are undisciplined. Tariq is undisciplined. Yvette is undisciplined. Tone is undisciplined. Michi X is undisciplined. Zaza, she has her moments when she shows her undiscipline. If we put our best foot forward, let's save the bickering for the backyard. One thing we say in the Nation of Islam is, in the Supreme Wisdom, it says, why does the devil, I'm paraphrasing because it's late and I'm sleepy, but we say, why does the devil keep us out of their social equality? We think that they are united. They're not, but they're on code.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing about it, they'll fight amongst each other, but they will never let one of us come amongst them and cause disunity. Because as soon as we walk up in their conversation trying to go, see, Trump, you wrong, Nancy Pelosi, you right, they'll be like, both of them will turn towards us and go, excuse me, how did you get in this conversation?
Yeah.
So that's what we have to learn to do. Tariq need to get back on code. Yvette and Tone need to get on code. We have our elders trying to lead us. We have the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. We have Claude Anderson. We have Brother Kaba Kabane. We have so many elders that are trying to give us the wisdom, but we want to fight over 1 + 4 is 5, and 2 + 3 is 5, and 5 + 0 is 5. They all get you to the same destination. And our destination needs to be Black unity and being on code.
Isn't this a sister up there named, we're friends on Facebook now. She on Flat Nubian Queen called Vicky X Dillard.
Yeah, she be on.
She's cool. I like her. Check her out.
Yeah, she's. I know who she is.
She be on.
She got an X, so they just long.
Boris Watkins.
I have to research that, beloved, because every video that I've seen of her, I've never seen her in a garment representing the Nation of Islam. So she might be a former member. She talks like one of us. She does. But I know of her only through voice.
Right. Maybe we try to get her and you up here one day.
I mean, hey.
Yeah, we're gonna get whoever we can get, and we're gonna make it work.
I know we can get Genius through the House of Consciousness. We can get Professor Griff through the House of Consciousness. And maybe even ask Raquaza.
Ramona remind me of a girl and her name is Julie Smith, that's in the UK. She be on our shows a lot. And you remind me of her, so that's why I like talking to her. Yeah, so
I just subscribed to your page too, beloved.
I saw it and I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sister. Really do.
Absolutely. I'm surprised you ain't been told me about this, bruh. You fired. I'm firing people today. I'm firing people
I don't know. But look, I guess recently we've been talking about it. But we've been had this channel. When you look at our channel, you'll see there's a brother named Tony Riddick that he preach out the Bible, and he kind of like out the Bible and the Quran in a sense. And you'll see he got a lot of lectures on our channel. This channel been up and running for like 2, 3 years. So
Yeah, he ain't never not one time mentioned it to me.
well, look,
Not once.
we gonna keep it moving. So we're gonna get Brother Tony up here, Dr. Jahe Issa, a lot of people. So but you have a good day, and I gotta take it to the bed. I gotta go to sleep.
Stay in contact with him. We get you a set of hall in the hospital.
Yes, sir, I will do that. Thank you so much for the invite and the platform, and we will talk again soon. Peace and blessings, family.
All right, peace.